Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. I know it's actually been a hot minute and I just feel like I've been busy. Like honestly, I feel like this year there's been a lot of things going on. So I've actually started another semester of uni, let's get this degree. And also, for those of you who didn't know, I've actually qualified as a WA Western Australian state finalist for Miss Universe Australia 2021. Like I'm actually competing for this. And in my bio, I'm going to actually put a link to the charity that we've actually been fundraising for. I don't know why I did this because I'm not going to put anything there. The link will be in the bio of the charity that we're fundraising for. So, if you want to support me, I would definitely say let's pause this video, click the link in the bio, and then we'll continue from there. But yeah, so far it's actually been an amazing experience, and I might actually do a video in the future as to why I re-entered this competition and just how it's been so far. But for now, this video is on the story time, so I'm not gonna waste any time and I'm just gonna get right into that. Okay, so my boyfriend and we actually made a whole list of different day ideas that we want to go on, and I put hiking on the list as well because I enjoy hiking. And so on this particular day I was like, you know what, let's do hiking, let's take that one off the list. And so my guy was just like, okay, we can go hiking. I've never been before, but let's go. And so honestly, I didn't even know of what hiking place we should go to. I just googled it as we were in the car. I was like, let me quickly find the place and then we'll go there. And so I found the place. In the photos there was a whole waterfall, water feature. It looked nice, it looked big. And so basically we get to the hiking trail, hiking place, whatever it's called. And so we're walking up, and then it says at some point 600 meters until we get to the waterfall bit. And something about those signs were lying severely, because that 600 meters felt like a kilometer. Honestly, I've been working on my fitness, but that was difficult. And then when we got to the top, we thought, wow, for all of our hard work, we're gonna get to see this whole spectacular water feature. No, we get there and there's literally a puddle. I don't know if somebody spilled their water bottle, what happened, but there was not even a drop of water to be seen. That place was dry, it looked like a desert. And the actual view itself was nice, it was pretty, but I thought I was gonna go see a waterfall. I climbed all this way and I just thought I was gonna see a waterfall. When I tell you I've never been more catfished in my life, and so we're just trying to be lighthearted about it. We're laughing, kiki, ka, and there are some people walking around, and we're just making conversation, saying, hey, oh, did you guys see any water? They're like, no. We're like, oh, look at us all disappointed. It turns out they were saying it's not the time of the year for there to be a waterfall. I was like, look, I would have liked a little disclaimer on the Yelp page or something like that where I saw all these photos. I would have liked for somebody to have said, let me stop. I'm actually focusing on the part which wasn't even the craziest bit of this place. Everybody's actually walking down, to head back to their cars, go down the trail. At some point there's this woman with her dog, and I'm not gonna speak for all black people, but for me, myself, and I can say I'm not the most acquainted with dogs. If I see a dog with its owner, I'm not gonna start running, but I'm not necessarily going to pet it. And I think kind of the same as with my boyfriend. So we were like, you know what, let's wait for the woman with her dog to go past first, and then we'll start to head down. And so when everybody has actually already started to head down, we're like, okay, cool, let's go down. And this trail, when I tell you, it was narrow. We couldn't even walk side by side, couldn't hold hands, look all cute, nothing like that. As in one person at the front, one person at the back. Literally at some point I was like, okay, not only is this trail narrow, but it's steep too. It was so steep that we couldn't even continue walking down the trail. We actually had to slide down. And at some point, I was just so did the woman with the whole dog manage to get down this trail? Like, when I really started to think about it, I was like, we must be on the advanced trail. Like, it's not really adding up, because I don't understand how everybody was just able to comfortably go down this trail. And so little did we actually know we were not even on a trail, because at some point it wasn't even like a horizontal path, it was vertical. Like, when I tell you guys, we genuinely couldn't walk down this path. Like, we actually had to slide down this path just to get down. We realized we weren't on a trail, we were walking on a path where the waterfall used to flow down, and so now it's dried up and like it's left space where you can kind of walk down it, but it's not actually meant for humans to go down that path. I have never seen anything more ghetto in my living life, because at some point we were literally crouched in bushes, like we're trying to like get through. Like, guys, we looked ridiculous, we looked ludicrous. And then at one stage and everything, I looked and all the way across on the other side, on the actual correct path, was this guy who we had seen at the top. And so when he saw us, he was like, whoa, you guys are so adventurous. Like, wow, that's not even a path. I can't believe you guys are there. And I was like, adventurous? Like, we're not here on purpose. And he was like, wow, you guys are just crazy, hey. And like, it was not clicking with him. I was like, my guy, help us, because we're not here on purpose. We didn't mean to be here. Like, somehow we went on the wrong path. And so this guy, he looked like a professional. He had a whole drone, he had a walking stick, like his back, like he looked like he actually took hiking seriously. And so for him to look at us and be like, you guys are crazy, you guys are adventurous, like that's saying a lot, because everybody knew we weren't even on a correct path. And so at some point he was like, all right guys, I'll catch you later. And he's like calling this out from all the way across. And I was like, you didn't even think to just stop and ask, hey, you look a little bit concerned and distressed. Like, you look very stressed out. Like, why are you there? Like, no, he actually just left. And so my man and I, we were in the most compromising situation, because we actually couldn't go back. Like, the path was so steep, there was no way we were going to be able to get up. And so we literally just had to keep going. And at some point, I'm not even lying, guys, we were literally walking on the very edge of a cliff. Like, as in, you had to be like, it was not even wide enough for humans to be walking on this. Like, we had to be so very careful. And if we took the wrong step, like, we would have literally fallen off a whole cliff. I'm not even lying, like, God is my witness. And so it was scary. Like, it was actually scary. The whole time we were just praying, like and even when we were like in the bushes part, like, you think, oh, you guys are safe. Like, this is Australia, you don't know what's gonna come out and bite you. And like, we're just known for having a lot of crazy creatures here. And so literally the whole time we're just praying, we're like, God, please help us to get back to this car, like make sure we get there alive and in one piece, please. And so at this point we're literally like crouched up in these bushes, we're just trying to like get through, like see if we can see any type of path that we can walk on, because if we thought it was narrow before, like it was becoming narrower. And so at some point in everything, I saw that if we walked a little bit further, there's a whole rock that we could literally rock climb up and get ourselves onto the correct path and walk on the right path down. Otherwise, we're gonna have to keep like tumbling through all these bushes and whatever until we get all the way to the car park and get out of this place. And so I'm someone who is so afraid of heights. And so it's saying a lot for me to have even suggested we rock climb to get out of these trenches. Like, I felt like I was in the trenches. And so at this point, like, what more do we have to lose? And so my man was like, okay, let's rock climb. Like, I don't know how this hike turned into rock climbing, but let's do it. And so literally we're rock climbing and we get back onto the path where we're supposed to be. And like, when I tell you guys, I've never celebrated more in my life. Genuinely, there were numerous times that I was like, if I'm not gonna die, it's gonna be him. Like, at some point I was like, guys, we're on the edge of a cliff. Like, how are we even still alive? Now we can actually look back and laugh over it. But at the time, There was no form of laughter coming out of either of us. But you know what? We're allowed to tell the story and we thank God. And so before you click out of this video and think, well, I've already heard the story time, I've actually really strongly felt it in my heart that I'm supposed to tell this to someone, and I don't even know who it is, but I really feel like there's somebody who is listening to this and you feel as though you have gone so far off track. Like you have done so many things, so many compromising things, and you have gone so off track for your life that God surely cannot still use you. God surely cannot still cause everything to work together. Like you feel as though you have just gone on a path that is just so off that surely there is no future for you that God has intended. Like to whoever who needs to hear this, as long as you still have breath on this earth, God can still use you, and God still has a plan and a future for you. Like I don't want anybody to ever think everything good has already passed me by. Like I've done too many things and I've ruined too many opportunities for myself. Like you are not here by accident. And I don't even mean on this earth. Like I mean in the season you're in. You're not there by accident. Maybe God is reconstructing you. Maybe you're not exactly on the path you thought you would end up on. But I just really feel that strongly. There's purpose here. Like this path you're on, and I need you to say that for yourself right now, wherever you are. Just say, there's purpose here. There's purpose attached to me being here. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he shall direct your paths. You need to trust that God is not mad at you. You need to trust that God is not like, oh my gosh, she's made so many mistakes. I didn't know she was going to do all of this. Like you need to understand God knows everything. God knew everything. He made you knowing that you were going to do this and knowing that you were going to say that. Like he still made you knowing everything you would do ever. And he still said, yeah, I love that one. That one's still my child. Like I died for that one and I would do it all over again. Like, yeah, she's still on this earth. He's still on this earth because I still want to use them. Like you are never too off track. You are never too damaged for God to use you. Like if at any point in your life you decide, okay God, like I want to actually try doing this life with you, I want to start, praying more, I want to start getting more closer to you, then from that moment on, your past is in the past. And what happens moving forward is God showing to you that all things work together for good. And you need to also know that life is not just about the destination. It's not just about you getting to the dream job, the dream house, getting that car you always wanted, the relationship, the kids. Life is not just about a destination. It is also about the journey. And so with the hiking story I told you, my boyfriend and I, we still made it back to the car. We still made it back to where we were trying to be. It's just that we took longer than everyone else. And we may have actually shown up with a few little battle scars, We might have shown up also more appreciative and more grateful for our lives. We might not always end up where we thought we'd end up, how we thought we'd end up there, but I promise you, like what God has envisioned for you, so much better than what you've envisioned for yourself. And you might even be kicking yourself thinking like, oh, I was supposed to be there, I was supposed to be in this relationship, I was supposed to be in this town, like I wanted this for my life. And you're not seeing that on your path, but keep walking down the path that God is calling you on. Keep walking on the path where you're not having to lean on yourself, you're not having to lean on other people, but you're having to lean on God. Keep pressing into that path and just see what God can do, because I promise you, we serve a God who can do the unthinkable, the unimaginable. Like that's the God we serve. Like I actually get hyped when I talk about God, because truly so, like we may think we know what's best for us, and imagine you serve a God who knows even better than what you know for yourself. And so that was just my little tea that I wanted to add in, because I don't want anybody to feel like really disheartened and really defeated about the path you're on right now. Because even if your path looks a hot mess, even if you look a hot mess, like I promise you, acknowledge God in everything, pray to him, even if it means like reading a little bit of the Bible every now and then. Like as long as you're just trying to do life with God, everything is going to work together for your good. And so I don't know what path you're on, but as long as you have breath, God can still use you and there's still purpose attached to you. Okay, so that was today's video. I hope you guys truly did enjoy that. I'm going to end this with a prayer, my air kisses, and then I'm gonna let you go. Okay, so dear God, I just want to thank you for whoever is listening to this video. I just want to pray, dear God, that you will just really fill them with a sense of direction, dear God. I want to pray that if they feel as though they're off track, that they will just acknowledge you in everything. They'll just keep putting one foot in front of the other and focus less on a destination and focus more on what you're doing in this journey, on how you're crafting them and shaping them and molding them, dear God. I pray that they will press into you, and I just pray that they will trust that they're in this season not by accident, and that you truly do have great things in store for them. In Jesus' mighty name I pray, amen. Okay, my air kisses. So mwah, mwah. And I'm gonna catch you guys, and if you haven't donated in the link I told you in the description, your mom's I'm kidding. I'm actually kidding. No, honestly, please, I would appreciate that. And if you don't, like, there's truly nothing more I can say. So take care, guys, and I'm gonna catch you. Bye.